Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, DJ Weed.
What is up, Anaheim? Hello and welcome to the MLG 2013 Spring Championship in Anaheim, California. I'm DJ Weed, and it is an absolute pleasure to once again be here on this stage for another MLG Pro Circuit event. Now, before we get started, I want to hear, tell me, make some noise, don't be shy. Who is here at their first MLG ever? Wow. Welcome. Now let me hear it from all the people who are veterans to MLG. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you are new or old to MLG, this weekend we've got a crazy amount of tournament action, competition going on all weekend long. So ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your butts. This is the MLG Spring Championship. The MLG 2013 Spring Championship kicks off right here in the Anaheim Convention Center. And over the course of the next 3 days, we're going to be bringing you 3 of the biggest and best titles in esports, each on their own stage and each with their own streams. The featured games this weekend are League of Legends, StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. First up, at League of Legends, we have 2 incredible competitions this weekend. The North American League of Legends Championship Series is on the road and it's in the building. The 8 best teams in the region will be continuing this season's slugfest right here on this very stage. So if you are a League fan, you are in the right spot. Let's give it up for our 8 LCS teams competing here this weekend. Cloud9 HyperX, TSM Snapdragon, Vulcan Tech Bargains, Dignitas, Counter Logic Gaming, Team Coast, Curse, and Velocity Esports. But that's not all. We also have the North America qualifier finals taking place here this weekend. Over the course of the last few weeks and months, online, several teams have been competing to try to earn a spot to this stage here. Well, the top 4 teams are here. We have a lot of money on the line, and tomorrow it will all be played out. So give it up for the top 4 teams: Complexity, Aware Gaming, FX Open, and Curse Academy. And finally, every Penta, Quadra, Triple Double, First Blood, and Wombo Combo will be brought to you by the amazing LCS casting team of Kobe 24, Freak, Rivington, and Jet. So that's it for League of Legends. Let's head on over to day 9 over at the StarCraft 2 stage to find out what we've got going on over there all weekend long.
Oh, thank you so much, Marcus. And thank you, that was perfect. Welcome to the StarCraft 2 stage. Oh, I'm so excited for the tournament this weekend. Since Heart of the Swarm has come out, StarCraft 2 has looked better than ever. The metagame is fresh, there's a huge range of strategies, and to showcase these strategies all weekend long are 128 of the best players from around the world. The KESPA qualified players, Stats, Deer, and Sue. We even have some other MLG regular favorites like Grubby, Thorzane, Huck, Naniwa, Pult, Violet, DeMuslim, Jadong, and In Control, all battling in a 128-person open bracket. Now, because it's an open bracket, it means anyone can sign up. So we're going to get the chance to see some up-and-comers going toe-to-toe with the best players in the world. It isn't just for prize money and glory. These players are also battling for that top 16 spot to get those WCS rank points where they'll be able to play at the end-of-year World Championships held at BlizzCon. Now, doing all the casting up here on main stage is going to be Axlav, Axeltoss, Total Biscuit, DJ Wheat, and Day 9. But we will not be the only stream going on this weekend because it is a 128-person open bracket. That means that we need a couple of extra streams. So we have 6 streams total going on this weekend. Of course, up here on the main stage, but also NASL and 4 community streams with 12 community casters. It's an honor to have such a diverse range of players, casters, and community figures here in the North American scene. So I'm pumped, I'm excited, and without any further ado, let's throw it on over to Chris Puckett to tell us about Call of Duty Black Ops.
All right, guys, I am here at the Black Ops 2 stage, and we have the biggest crowd for Call of Duty in MLG history. Let's hear it, boys. That's right, we have a sold-out 128-team open bracket, and that's just the qualifier to get into the championship bracket. We got the top 8 teams from Dallas. We have the undefeated Icons Impact in the house, and we have a $50,000 prize pool. We have some of the best teams in the world competing here, but here are the biggest names you're gonna wanna look out for this weekend. We got BBV Gaming and the boys from Evil coming in with brand new rosters. Complexity, they made a new pickup, and Envy and Optic, they are returning with some of the greatest players of all time. Everyone is trying to take out the juggernauts of Call of Duty. Impact is the #1 team in the world, and everyone will be gunning for them this weekend. Of course, I will be up in the commentary booth all weekend long, and I am joined by some of the best casters in the world. I brought over Benson from the UK, Golden Boy is here from New York City, Fliz, the LA local, is here, and Hastro from North Carolina will be bringing you all the action right here on the Black Ops 2 stream. It's going to be an amazing event, and we're kicking off at 5:30 with Unite Gaming and Prime Example, so you're going to want to make sure to tune in. DJ Wheat, back to you.
Thanks, Puckett. As you can see, we have an unbelievable amount of content and competition this weekend across many, many streams and the 3 games. So this is all being brought to you in 720p HD quality, absolutely free. But if you head on over to MajorLeagueGaming.com, you can buy yourself an HD pass and get a 1080p and ad-free experience for $9.99. Now, before we go any further, it is important to point out that all of this is made possible by the participation of MLG's partners. So please join me in welcoming them and giving a big round of applause for helping make all of this come to you. They are iBuyPower, Truth, Microsoft Stores, Turtle Beach, GamingJerseys.com, Full Sail University, Nas Energy Drinks, Flips Pretzels, Gunner Optics, Sony Online Entertainment, Steel Series, Turbine, Dr. Pepper, BenQ, Riot Games, and Blizzard Entertainment. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Enjoy the next 3 days of awesomeness, and be sure to tune in to your stream of choice for the start of the tournaments and the pregame show. I'm DJ Wheat, and I'll be joining you over in StarCraft 2 for the Dr. Pepper pregame show in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dr. Pepper pregame show. I'm Chris Bucket, joined in the booth by my man Fwiz, and we are here for the MLG Spring Championship. Fwiz, how you feeling today, buddy?
We are in Anaheim. It's beautiful. It's a little hot.
A little hot.
But, I mean, the Call of Duty crowd is on one right now.
This is sick.
Dude, it's huge. They were cheering like nothing I've ever seen because the MLG Dallas crowd was zombies. They showed up in full force out here, and on top of all this goodness, we have a $50,000 cash prize pool here for the Spring Championship.
Money on the line for Call of Duty Black Ops 2, $50,000 like you said. 20 grand of that is going to first place. So serious competition is going to be going down.
Yeah.
And we're paying not only first place, second place, they're going to be taking home 12 grand, third place, 7,000, and we're going all the way down to 8th place for $1,200, 50 grand total, one of the biggest tournaments in the U.S. And man, we have a completely stacked bracket. Not just one quiz, we actually have two here in Anaheim.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And $50,000 cash prize, man. That's great. Let's take a look at the tournament format though here for the Spring Championship. So we have 128 teams out there on the grind in the open bracket. That's going to be double elimination. There's already 16 teams that are in the championship bracket right now. The top 8 were from the MLG Winter Championship in Dallas. You've got 4 teams from the MLG Championship bracket qualifiers, and 4 teams will come up out of that open qualifier bracket and play in the championship bracket. So, it's amazing here. You've got teams, 512 some players out there trying to get in this championship bracket. It's pretty exciting.
It's absolutely insane. In our championship bracket, it's got the biggest names in the business. Fwiz, who's in our top 6 coming into Anaheim?
Oh, man, well, the number 1 is obviously it's Icons Impact, formerly known as Farico. They've now switched over to Icons Impact. They won MLG Dallas. They went to EGL and Blackpool, won that. Came back, won the World Championship for Call of Duty. They're undefeated in Black Ops 2 in every major tournament. They're the best in the business right now. At your number 2 seed, you've got VVV Gaming, followed by the number 3 seed, Complexity. On number 4 seed is going to be Team Envious 5, the darlings of Call of Duty, Optic Gaming.
America's favorite.
Team America right there, Optic Gaming. And then at number 6, FaZe, formerly known as SOAR.
All right, so the SOAR guys, I like their moves. They pick up Heist for this event. They're now part of the FaZe clan, but they're not the only team making some new changes, going to different organizations.
That's exactly right.
We got 6 more teams pre-qualified for your championship bracket, and coming in at number 7, you're going to see Curse. Now, Curse, they were known as Quantic Gaming. That was Liar and Twiz from our previous tournament. They made some major pickups of their own, but then you got the 4 online qualifier champions. Unite Gaming did not drop a single game in their qualifier.
I know, that's crazy.
They're joined by Prime Example with our boy Revan now back on the stage.
Yep.
He's going to be gaming tonight. No commentating for him this weekend. We got Dare. They won their qualifier under the name Impulse, got picked up by an organization, and they're not the only ones. After Termination dominated their qualifier, Calibra came on and wanted to sponsor them for this event. But the real seed you need to look at here is number 12, and don't let that number fool you. Icons Evil is one of the best squads in Call of Duty, and these guys are mercenaries. We got Too Quick, who came over from Complexity. You got John, who came over from Fear. Huddle and Spacey, who are formerly on Unite. Evil, they're going to be the villains this tournament because they go up against Optic a little bit later.
Yeah, they broke up some teams to make even Evil. So I got my Evil tie on right now because they are the villains of Call of Duty right now, and I think they're going to come out big. They've got a big match later on in the night. All eyes on Evil. They're like confident as anything right now.
The bad boys of gaming. Gotta love that squad.
They're ready to roll.
Well, that's our championship bracket squad, but we only gave you 12 names. There's going to be 16 in round 1 by Saturday morning. And who are some of the notable open bracket teams we should keep an eye on?
I mean, I think you got to talk about Epsilon and Prophecy right off the bat. They're coming over from Europe. Prophecy came in, was able to play in a LAN here against Optic Gaming. So they got a lot of time in, right? They were able to just warm up. You know, you get that jet lag, you get to be able to come out here, all that's out of the system. Epsilon, they don't necessarily have that same luxury as Prophecy. You've got Influence, you got Pluto and Mutation on there. That's a national they've won a national championship before with MLG. And then of course TVA and Quantic. So the open bracket is scary, these 5 teams. The fact that they're going to be playing open bracket teams is scary. If I was an open bracket, I'd be worried about playing this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Influence, 2 national champions.
Yeah.
Then you go over to Quantic Gaming. You got Assassin. He won championships with Fear.
Right.
And then you got Sensor, also national champion.
Yeah,
playing
Mutations
for that Quantic
won
squad.
too. Yeah,
But the team to look out for, in my opinion, well, there's the 2 of them.
Of course.
And all eyes this weekend are going to be on the UK's finest.
Yes.
Prophecy, we got to talk a little bit about these guys in depth. Excellence, of course, coming from Scotland. Swanee from England. Gunshi, the king of Wales. And then Jake, the new pickup. Well, I guess he's been on Prophecy a couple times, but they were struggling online. They felt Jake needed to be added back to this squad. They're looking better than ever. And as you mentioned, they were handing it to Optic in quite a few games at their recent
Yeah,
LAN.
no, they were, especially in some of those hardpoint games. And look, Excellence, Swanee, and Gunshi are longtime legends of the Call of Duty space, not just in Europe, like international icons. So to see this team come out, however, that Epsilon squad, I think they have the edge over Prophecy, to be honest with you. I think Epsilon is going to be really the team that you're going to have to watch out for as far as the 2 European teams.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at this Epsilon lineup. You got the best flag runner in the game, Shane. He has the timing down with that flag perfectly. He will juke you out. He has amazing angles, and he has the best cover in Europe. Jerd, well, they say Jerd does what he wants. King Jerd is going to go absolutely insane with both the SMG and the AR this weekend. Xanity, he is my player to watch. He's only 17 years old.
Young
he is
buck.
an up-and-coming guy. He has so much potential, and when I had him on Pro Scrims, he did not miss a single shot. Went on a 9-kill spree multiple times. And then Mad Cat. When I watch Mad Cat, he is just a brutal AR player. He will stand in the middle of standoff streets and just accept all challengers in one-on-one battles. They're going to be the team to beat, in my opinion, in the open bracket.
They'll definitely be in the championship bracket. Like
Definitely?
they're
Calling it right now.
Epsilon will 100% find themselves in the championship bracket, no doubt about it. I feel like that's a shoo-in.
I think a lot of people in Europe would be very happy
I
about
think
it,
so,
especially
too.
if we saw an Impact Epsilon Finals.
Woo! I wouldn't be mad.
All
I would
right.
not be mad.
Well, hopefully that's going down. But there's a lot of teams in this championship bracket,
Yes.
and let's take a look of where it stands. Our left side, guys. This
Tough.
is one of the most brutal winners bracket I've ever seen. You got Impact, Optic Gaming, Evil, and Envy all on the same side, and then you got Unite Gaming and Prime Example.
Yeah, which
2
are good
top
teams. Yeah.
squads coming into this. It is so brutal. On the right side, though, Fwiz, you have to think that Complexity, who finished 4th, and VV, who finished 3rd at MLG Dallas, kind of have a bit of an easy road.
Yeah, no discredit to the other teams, but Complexity and VV Gaming definitely are on the easier side of the bracket. That's just a fact, and I picked Complexity to go all the way. It was a risky pick, but we'll see how it all pans out.
Of course, though, you have to note those open spots. One team will play Impact, the other will play Envy, a third will play Complexity, and the 4th will play VVV. So where will Epsilon land in this? Where will Prophecy land in this? Where will the Influence or the Quantics or all those other amazing teams that are playing through the open bracket? They could totally throw everyone off come Saturday morning.
Yeah, no, just get it. The top 4 seeds are clearly so strong, and when you get placed in there from the open bracket, like coming in there, after you just grinded to get in the championship bracket, then you've got to take down like a Titan in the first round there to keep moving forward. So, or you're going to get a losers, So it's intense, man. It's intense. It's going to be great matches.
It's going to be amazing stuff. And, I know you have a team to watch. I have a team to watch. But first, we got to hear who Hastro is looking out for this weekend. Hastro, who do you have your eye on?
Hey, Fwiz and fucking, I'm down here on the floor. First of all, big hand for this Call of Duty crowd. Give everybody a big hand. This is probably the biggest Call of Duty crowd I've ever seen in an MLG event. They're so hyped up. But my team to watch, Fwiz and Puckett, is going to have to be none other than VVV, our number 2 seed. This team just ripped it up at MLG Dallas, and in between events, they made actually a team change. They picked up 2 new players. You still have Theory and Realize on that squad, but now you fill in with Sharp and Gunjar. Sharp, an experienced player, national champion. There he is right there on your screen. And you also have Gunjar filling in also. This team is just so dirty. Online, they're almost unstoppable, and they're going to see if they can bring that over to LAN.
I think he's absolutely right. VVV Gaming is a scary team. They kind of are underappreciated, and I make that mistake sometimes myself, but they're really a talented team. They just got to get a big win under their belt. So if they can come out here, take MLG Anaheim, they'll no longer be considered underdogs because they're really not. I mean, they're a strong team.
They came into Black Ops 2 under the name of adversity.
Yeah.
They dominated my pro scrims. They upset all the big names, and then they went on to finish third at Dallas. I feel like this is a team on the rise, and realize he's only 17 years old. He is one of the most emotional players in the tournament. He's going to get that team fired up this weekend. I'm excited for VVV. But Fwiz, who are you excited for this weekend?
So I want to keep an eye out on Optic Gaming. I mean, clearly I'm not the only one out there that wants to watch these guys, right? You got Merc, Skunk, Nate Shot, and Big Timer. They are without a doubt the darling team of Call of Duty. You know, there have been some questions as far as how much they've got to practice. They just moved into a new team house in Chicago. Nate Shot was talking about how they didn't get the preparation they'd like. At least they did get that LAN under their belt. So there's going to be a lot of outstanding questions here around the Optic Gaming squad. They've got a really tough match to round the night off against Team Evil. So all eyes on Optic, man. That's my team to watch.
I was talking to those boys earlier. They said if we win a hard point in any match, it's done. We're going to take CTF and search and destroy.
They're so strong at S&D and CTF. They just have to get their hard point game down. They were talking about it a little bit last night, and I think that's incredibly fair. If they can just snag one from any team, it's a game over. Optic wins it. So hard point, their weakness. If they can get over that adversity, I think they can move forward.
All right, well, they'll be playing a little bit later. So Hastro called VVV.
Yeah, who do you
You're
got?
calling Optic to look out for. My eyes are with everyone else's on Impact.
Yeah.
They have so much pressure coming into this event. They have not dropped any tournaments they've attended. Miracles, he's been to 3 majors, 1 smaller tournament. He's won them all. He has a perfect record so far in his competitive gaming career, and he is just surrounded by some of the best players on the planet. Parasite, I'm going to go ahead and crown him the greatest anchor in the game at the moment.
Oh, he knows it too.
One of the best ARs out there. Karma, he was the Dallas MVP. He was the EGL MVP. You talk to any of the pros out there, they will tell you he is the #1 player in the game. And love him or hate him, Killa is the shot caller on this team. He is the one telling the team where to go. He has some of the most amazing kills within the hard point. He is going to be that in-game captain. This team, they're perfect so far. I think they are going to have everyone coming at them as hard as they possibly can. Whoever comes out of the open bracket, you know they want to send Impact down to the losers.
Oh, totally.
I mean, their very first match.
Look, they've won everything significant in Black Ops 2. They are undoubtedly the best team in Black Ops 2. You've got Miracles. The guy's only been to 3 events. This is his 4th one. He's won all 3 of them. If he wins this one, he's 4 for 4. I mean, look, has never came to any events anywhere and wins 3 of them. So this team is just got the hot hand. I kind of thought that since they've won so much that they were going to be complacent. And I talked to Parasite last night, and he was like, oh no, like, we're ready to roll. We're going to win this thing. Killa had the same kind of mentality. So Impact, I can't, if they win it again, I mean, somebody's got to knock these guys out, man.
The one weakness I will say is I think they're starting to get a little bit cocky. And when you get cocky, if you have a loss, normally when you'd be able to shake off that loss, it gets in your head more because you think you're better. You think you're going to dominate. So my key to success for anyone facing off against Impact this weekend, beat them in game 1, otherwise you're done.
I want to see an Impact and Envy game, just like we saw in the World Championship, and it was so close, right? So if there's any, like, just a small amount of margin that they didn't practice as much as they did before, Envy can take that, and if Envy's able to knock out Impact, there's a good chance Envy will get their first big championship in a long time, which that whole team is hungry for. So the storylines are just incredible right now between all these matches.
It's going to be amazing. Well, of course, Impact, they have to wait till Saturday to find out who they're going to be playing in the open bracket. But we have an amazing Friday night schedule. And guys, we are kicking it off with an absolutely huge match. Number 8 versus number 9. Unite Gaming, fully rebuilt by Slack. He picked up Nameless. He picked up Saints.
Fizzerp.
These guys are looking so strong with Fizzerp, the S&D superhero, going up against Revan and Prime Example. And then this is really Curse, Dare, Phase, and Termination's time to shine. These 4 teams are so closely matched, in my opinion. They're going to probably meet up on the right side of that bracket at some point or another, and they'll be duking it out. Curse and Dare at 6:30, Phase and Termination at 8 o'clock. But really, Fwiz, everyone around the world will be staying up late for Optic Gaming versus Icon's Evil. This is going to be Angels versus Devils, 9:30 p.m. Pacific. Google it to find out where
Yeah.
it is in your home country, but this one is going to be the juggernaut battle, the best possible match you could ask for on a Friday night.
No, Mama Fwiz sent me a text message. She's staying up for the Optic Gaming versus Evil match. So
Is she Optic or Evil fan?
Oh, she's Optic. Oh, yeah, totally Optic. I'm gonna have to go Evil so we can offset that in the household, you know. But great matches, man. I'm excited for it, and tonight's gonna be epic.
It's probably the best Friday night card we've had so far. I'm pumped for this event, man.
Yeah, and people can watch it if you actually subscribe to the channel. You can watch it 1080p. It's ad-free. You get fun emoticons. You got emoticon. There's a Chris Puckett emoticon. I feel like that alone is enough to watch it. And all the VOD and all that you get just HD, crispy right away in 1080p, which if you're at home, that's really the only way to be watching it. Let's be real.
You're going to want that 1080p.
Yeah, you want that 1080p, yeah.
Yeah, plug your laptop into your big screen and do it right,
Yeah,
ladies
exactly,
and gents.
exactly.
But Fwiz, if they can't watch all Friday, it's not a problem.
No.
We got 3 days of tournament action going down here, and here's a look at the weekend overview. Of course, Friday night, we're going to our 9:30 match. Tomorrow, we're kicking off bright and early, 11 o'clock, with the Dr. Pepper pregame show, followed by championship bracket rounds 1 and 2. You're going to see the top 4 face off early in the morning. Round 2 matches a little bit later on. But what I'm pumped for is that 7:30 mark
I
of the
bet you
All-Star
are.
Showdown. Dwight Howard from the Lakers. We got Des Bryant from the Dallas Cowboys in the house. We got Ty Lawson, DeJohn Butler. It's going to be Corey Brewer. Amazing people.
You're so excited.
showing up
Yeah.
here, dude.
Start naming celebrities,
And
man.
I'm going to dominate Hex. 7:30 Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm excited to cast that, and during Friday Night Fights got to coach Dwight Howard, who's a beast at
Is he?
call. Yeah, he's good.
I stacked my
He's
team,
better than
Hex.
Hex. I'm sorry, Hex. He's better than you. Dwight Howard, and he's on your team, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You're good. You're good.
It's going to be
Yeah.
amazing. And of course, guys, Sunday, always, we're kicking it off. It's going to be around 3:15. MLG Championship Sunday,
Yes.
the winner's final, the loser's final, and the grand final to find out who is going to be walking home with $20,000.
That's where dreams come true, man. Yeah.
All right, guys, so one last time, we got to give you a chance to get your HD pass. It's just $9.99 for the weekend. Once again, no ads, 1080p. You can even do some rewinding if you need. Huge selection of subscriber-only emoticons.
Custom chat badge. I knew I forgot something
Boom.
juicy.
It's going to be amazing. But, Fwiz,
Yeah.
we've been talking long enough. That's going to do it for our Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper pregame show. The matches are about to begin. We got Unite Gaming going up against Prime Example, Anaheim.
They're
Are you
making
ready?
noise. They're making noise. Call of Duty's alive here in Anaheim.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
All right, we're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, match number 1 of the MLG Spring Championships will be kicking off. Bye.